What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building for a brief recap of Married to Medicine. This is season 5, episode 6. Okay, so episode starts out with everybody is checking in on their kids. Heavenly still feels like Toya is being messy because she feels that Toya was a little bit too upset that the ladies were not upset with the fact of Mariah being there. Like, she felt like Toya was being extra with that. Did I feel like Toya was being extra with that? Yes and no. I felt like Toya definitely overreacted. But I also feel, and Toya was drunk. I mean, let's be clear. Toya has been drinking all these fucking episodes. But on top of that, I feel like there's something in Toya where she just wants everybody to not so much get over what Mariah has done to them, but, like, make peace and forgive as much as they can so they can try to turn that page. They don't want it to, Toya doesn't want it to always be a black cloud when it comes to Mariah being around the group. So I think that was her intention, is what I'm thinking. Okay, so next, Heavenly. She made a point of saying that Mariah always tries to cling to somebody to stay in the group. She said last year was Lisa Nicole and now it's Toya. And I agree with that because Mariah, you was all up on Lisa Nicole last year, because you knew damn well nobody else really fucking with you. So, Heavenly ends up saying, but you know what? It's not going to work with her clinging to Toya because Mariah go find a way to fuck it up. And she'll be the reason why everything is fucked up between her and the other lady. So she pretty much saying, she already know how the shit go play out with Mariah. It'll play out in a messy way like it always does. So next we got Simone and Heavenly. Simone wants to introduce Heavenly to some different things that they do in New Orleans, which is like voodoo, and Heavenly doesn't believe in it. She wants nothing to do with it. It goes against, how she feels about her religion, and she just doesn't want to experience it. She's like, bitch, you can't read about this shit in a book. I don't feel like we need to experience everything that we see. And Simone, she just wants her to be open to it. And she wants to do all things New Orleans. So that's something that's popular there. And she, just wants to experience it and wants to bring it back to the girls. But before she could do any of that, honey, Heavenly gets super upset with her, walks out on her. I believe she said, fuck you. Simone ends up chasing her outside, to try to figure out what was wrong with her. Okay, so next we got the other ladies. They are all, look like they're eating breakfast. Dr. Jackie says, looking at Toya, she needs to put these carbs down. Because Jackie was eating, I don't know what the fuck they was eating. Something with a lot of sugar on it or something. It wasn't a donut. It was something else, y'all. I really forgot. But I know it's something that you eat for breakfast. And the ladies are, gushing over it. And Dr. Jackie, why you gotta keep talking about Toya's weight? I'm looking at you, Dr. Jackie. Your motherfucking face is all sunken in and shit. You look sick. You look unhealthy. And you need to stop talking about that child's weight. That is, none of your, concern. None of your concern of what carbs she's eating. You need to eat more carbs. You know what I'm saying? So, and then she said, Dr. Jackie said in her confessional, oh, that was ugly. I'm sorry. And she was laughing and shit. Dr. Jackie, I'm not liking certain stuff I'm seeing. And it's kind of bringing me, because you are one of my favorites on the show, Dr. Jackie, because I like how you carry yourself. But Mariah made a point about you that you are shady. She said that at the reunion, you are shady and you just subtle with it. But yeah, you definitely are. And I hope they address your ass, Jackie, at that reunion, because you're not right, especially Toya. Okay, so next we got Simone and Heavenly. They end up making up. Simone realizes it may not be a good idea to bring the voodoo back to the rest of the group to heal the issues amongst the ladies. So they end up settling, making up and settling their issues on that. Next, Simone and Heavenly, they rejoined the girls. Simone tells the group that Heavenly flipped out on her about the voodoo oil to anoint her marriage. And, she's telling all the other girls about it. And the other girls are not interested in it either. They like, well, good job, Heavenly, because we didn't want to do that shit anyways. Okay, so next they have a dance contest between Toya and Mariah. Mariah won, according to all the other ladies. To me, they both look drunk. I like Toya's little dance, though. She was damn near about to fall out, though. She looked like she was drunk. And then you got Mariah clapping her ass. So if I had to choose, I guess I'll choose Mariah, because Mariah was not about to really, well, she kind of almost failed too, but, they wasn't all that to me, y'all, but I'll give it to Mariah, because Mariah was dancing like a stripper a little bit. Okay, I noticed the ladies, the food that they're eating, it looks delicious. The ladies are eating crawfish. Jackie really doesn't care for it. And the ladies end up deciding, Jackie, she brings to the group to have a forgiveness ceremony instead of all that voodoo shit that Simone wanted to do. And she ends up asking the ladies, what does forgiveness mean to them? Because at this point, they're all sitting around talking, about to talk about all their issues. And so Heavenly then takes it up on herself to apologize to Mariah for talking about her mother. And what I appreciated was Mariah received it. She was like, you know what? I can forgive you. I don't know about my mother. I can't make decisions for her, but, I forgive you. Mariah mentions that she has forgiven most of the ladies in the room with the exception of Jackie. Jackie compared Mariah to herpes because she keeps coming back to the group. That was funny as shit. I'm sorry, Mariah, but you are like herpes because you don't fucking go away already. But, Mariah said that it really hurt her. And, Jackie apologized. And Mariah apologized to Jackie because she said, I've been holding that in. And I've been nasty with you as well. And I was really proud of Mariah because I felt like she was showing maturity by, really being honest with Jackie on, what her issue was with her. So Heavenly says Mariah always wants people to own what they've done to her, but she never owns what she does to others. And you could tell that now things are kind of going to take a turn because now Mariah is going to be a little defensive. So I don't think Mariah liked that and she disagreed with it. So next we got Simone. She asks Quad, what will it take for her to have forgiveness for Mariah and move on? Quad says, she's very cordial, and she says Mariah is cordial as well. And that's more than enough that anybody can ask of them as of now. Heavenly asks Quad, are you really gonna forgive Mariah? I mean, it's been 5 years. And Quad says, that's her timing. That's how long it takes her. And remember, Quad said that Mariah apologizes and then she still talks about her like a dog. So if somebody does that to me, I'm not gonna be quick to forgive them either. I'm going to kind of have my good eye on them. But I kind of saw what Heavenly said, like, you going to need to, just forgive her and move along. It don't need to be tension, when y'all are around each other, because it is a lot of tension. Heavenly says Quad should, just forgive Mariah and just keep it moving. But like I said, it's hard because I think Mariah probably has did more shit to Quad than any of them. And that's hard for Quad, and I understand that. So Toya mentions how she calls bullshit. She doesn't think that Quad is cordial, and she doesn't feel like Quad has positive energy when Mariah is around. And that goes back into, all the shit Mariah has did to Quad. But I heard that Quad has did shit to Mariah. They did shit to each other. So it just looked like everybody is over Quad being mad at Mariah and not forgiving her. And, I don't think they expect them to be the best of friends. But, hey, if that's how Quad wants to deal with Mariah at a distance, it is what it is. You can't make anybody forgive and forget anybody or anything that person has done to them. So I just think it's too much water under the bridge, and it's just going to always, unfortunately, be awkward. between those two. Next, Jackie tells the ladies to let go of the things that they are making lord over their life. She mentions how she went through breast cancer twice, and her not becoming a mother really hurt her, and the situation with Curtis cheating. That really hurt her. I paid attention to Contessa during this time. Contessa was really listening to what Dr. Jackie was saying. And I really liked that Contessa absorbed the message. Next, Jackie told Contessa that she has made it through her probationary period, honey, of being around all the ladies and all the drama. Then Jackie mentioned something about moving forward with Curtis. She mentioned that like in her confession. I don't know if y'all caught that. And I'm just like, well, okay, you ready to, get back together with him, move forward? What does that mean? I guess we'll find out more later. Simone says they are heading to Atlanta with great energy. Simone realizes she needs to forgive and move on in her marriage as well. And I really do hope you do that, Simone, because you've been acting like an asshole to your husband. You really need to bring that womanly positive energy when you are talking to your man. So next, they show the ladies back in Atlanta handling business. They got Quad, handles business for her book. Elora, which is Heavenly's daughter, then got a damn puppy. And she don't want... She doesn't want Heavenly to touch the motherfucking puppy. I'm like, how you gonna tell your mother what to do and not to do? So, anyways, Elora sings a song for Heavenly because Heavenly wants to hear her new song. And Heavenly interrupts her and says, oh, I was expecting something more upbeat. Now, for some reason, you guys, this whole scene between the two of them cracked me up. Elora addresses her mom and she says that she likes to sing, she likes to address serious issues and problems in her songs. And she's not going to sing about Louis Vuitton shoes and Louis Vuitton and, just all that superficial shit that everybody else sings about. And I really can respect that coming from this, what is she, 11 years old? The girl is a smart mouth, but she does have some sense. Because I can respect her making that comment, especially at that age. So, yeah, they really cracked me up, though, when Heavenly interrupted her and she began yelling at her. That was funny. Wouldn't happen in my household, but it was funny. Good for TV. Okay, so next. We got Contessa. She shows Miss Renee how to do her daughter's hair. And she tells her how everything went with the trip with the ladies. She tells her how her and Heavenly got into it. And, she pretty much showed Heavenly, I'm not that bitch. Don't play with me. Don't play these games, And she feels like Heavenly received that. And that's pretty much what happened with that. Contessa, do you have any other motherfucking friends besides Miss Renee? Like, seriously, does she have any other motherfucking friends? Because it's like, I am so sick of seeing just Miss Renee. Can we see your husband? Can we see you interacting with more with your kids or friends or something else? Instead of just damn Donnell Jones' mama, honey. Next, Simone tells Cecil that they have some work to do in their marriage and they both need to put in the time and effort to get back on track. Cecil agrees. And they end up going back and forth on who should set up the next counseling appointment. And then Simone tells him, she's not going to come to the other house tonight. She needs to begin charting, unpacking, and getting situated. She says she's been texting back and forth with the boys. Cecil says she really should come and see the boys. She says she will visit with them, but it won't be today. So she tells Cecil, she's tired. So that's pretty much what happened with that. Next, we got Mariah and her mother. Mariah, I realized she looks nothing like her damn mother. She must look like her dad. Anyways, Mariah tells her mother how the trip went, and her mother believes that the ladies are jealous of her. And Mariah said, no, Mama, I don't think that's what it is. Mariah says she doesn't know why the ladies are being so resistant to her. they're being resistant, Mariah, because you done got into it with everybody and people don't know how to trust and receive you. So it's going to take time. So that's pretty much what happened with that. Next, we got my favorite two people in the planet on this show. That is Quad and Dr. G. I've been taking care of you since the day I met you. That motherfucking Dr. G, I know when he opens his motherfucking mouth, I just know that man is gonna be trouble, honey. Anyways, Quad tells Dr. G, you know, she feels a lack of emotional support from him and a lack of intimacy. She feels he's great with his patients, but that has not translated into their marriage. And Dr. G feels that it's unfair. She's comparing his relationships, you know, with his patients to her. You know, he feels like those are two totally different things and she shouldn't compare those two things. Quad says she doesn't know how much more she can take from Dr. G. And then Dr. G, after she says all that, he says something like, are you done? Are you done? Finish what you having to say, or can I speak? Like, he said it like that, and I felt like it was a very disrespectful, dismissive tone. Dr. G, your motherfucking mouth is writing checks your ass can't cash, honey. You need to start being more respectful to your wife. Don't be trying to talk to her any kind of motherfucking way. Come on now. But I think, you guys, he feels unappreciated as well. But I just noticed he keeps throwing money up at her, and I don't like that because I feel like that's your power, that's your control. She's not asking for more money from you. She's asking for more intimacy, more understanding, more appreciation. Why the fuck are you not hearing it, Dr. G? Dr. G says he does a lot for her, and she should be grateful. And he tells her he needs real facts on what her needs are. Didn't she just tell you she needs more intimacy and she needs more appreciation and understanding? You know, she sat up there and motherfucking told you. I don't get why you couldn't, like, I guess he wanted her to be extremely specific, but the motherfucker done told you. Next, Quad says Dr. G doesn't call her. They go back and forth over that. He says, I call, but you don't answer. Haven't you blocked my phone calls, Quad? Oh, you ain't did that? Oh, you full of shit. You full of shit. And Quad ends up telling him, he keeps asking her, well, what is it specifically that you need from me? And then Quad says, you know what? I wrote it down a couple of years ago. I'm going to go get it. He like, oh, you full of shit. You should be able to tell. This isn't a couple of years ago. This is now. You need to be able to tell me what's going on now. What do you need for me to do now? And she's already told your ass, but I don't know what more you want, Dr. G. So as she going to get the motherfucking paper that tells him what she needs from him. And what did y'all think of that? Do you think she should have just set up and just told his ass again? Or you think she should have went and got the paper? It just wouldn't have been me. I ain't going to get no paper. I'm going to sit up, look your ass in your motherfucking eyes, tell you like this. This is what I need. Maybe she should have been like, listen, I need you to call me more. See, all of these couples, I notice they got communication issues. I need you to call me more. I need for us to... They don't even have no kids. Watch a movie together before we go to bed. You know, you have to... He is right in a sense, in a tiny sense of she does need to say what they need to do, you know, to get out of this place. But I feel like part of me felt like he was just being an asshole and wasn't trying to listen. But yeah, be specific with that motherfucker. I need us to go on date night on this day to this place. Like, be specific. So I think that's what he was trying to say to her, but it was just very bad translation of what he, you know, was trying to say. Anyways, as she going to get the motherfucking paper, he grabs his motherfucking golf clubs and heads on out, talking about he don't want to hear this shit. And she's like, Gregory, come back, Gregory. And he done took off in that little ass, look like a motherfucking PT Cruiser, that little ass car he got. Dr. G, you not a small man. Why you got that small ass car? What's going on with you, honey? But that was pretty much my recap of Married to Medicine, you guys. Another entertaining episode. I love this show. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.